And if they don't make any more now, it'll be their lowest ever against Australia.
In the offer yet.
There it is. 5 wickets for Mitchell Starc. Second time in his career, but there is best figures, and what a performance. 6.5 overs, 2 of them maidens, 5 for 20, and the West Indies have been dismissed for 70.
Australia have got something special in Mitchell Starc, bowler of rare talent, in fact a cricketer of great all-round skill. He's bowled magnificently today, as well as any left-arm quick who swings the ball of any era could have bowled.
If you were planning a night in to watch the one-dayer in Perth, you might want to grab a DVD. It's over. Mitchell Starc led the way with 5 wickets as the Windies were skittled for just 70. Glenn Maxwell ensuring everyone was home in time for dinner. Roger Aldridge with the highlights.
I was going to bowl first, so not a bad toss to lose. I think the wicket does look very good. I think there's a little bit of moisture in it at the moment. It looks like from this square that we're going to use this wicket on Sunday as well. So hopefully we can make the most of conditions and bowl well.
Yeah, if you're going to make your debut here at the Wacker Ground in Perth, you'd love DK Lilly to hand over your cap, and that's what happened to James Faulkner. That's a moment he won't forget. A really good moment for him.
Left of screen at the moment, so Mackay starting with in-swing or that angle we've seen first ball across the lefties.
The West Indies won the toss and batted, a move which didn't bother Clark.
I was going to bowl first.
And it didn't take long to see why.
That's edged. The slips are working beautifully.
Finch ensured Gale's Horace Summer continued, swallowing one in front of his skipper. But
He slips in place. Oh, that's driven beautifully. Just wide of mid-off in the first 4 of the series. And he adjusts just enough. Oh, that's worth a shout. Probably going on to hit the stumps. Did it hit him outside leg? Did it swing enough?
Last one, maybe not swinging enough. Yeah, good decision. Straight enough. Pitching, yeah, leg stumpish.
Over. That's to Powell. He's been finding the middle fantastically. Just leaning on a ball with beautiful wrists. Another 4.
Clark's turn would come quick enough.
Michael Clark accepts that gleefully.
Powell, the first of Starc's victims in a spell of Wacker wizardry.
Oh, there it is. Wasn't the Yorker, but gee, what a ripper.
Dwayne Bravo, the next victim, as the tourists found themselves 4 for 19. Pollard's first ball was sent upstairs and given not out. Next ball.
Oh, yes, it doesn't matter.
In his first one-day international, Faulkner got his first wicket in his first over. Runs ridiculously hard to come by. The young Tasmanian was giving nothing away. A boundary saved and soon a second scalp.
It's another one to Michael Clark.
Sammy briefly broke the shackles as he and Holder took the score to 65.
Sweltering. That's in the air, but it's going to be safe. Actually got a good piece of it. And the West Indies will pick up a couple. That brings up the 50.
Out there.
That's in the air, and it's also into a gap. So the West Indies innings starting to roll. Has he got enough on it to get it to the padding? Yes, he has. Oh, what's that hit? Anything. It's certainly gone for 4 runs. It's a matter of whether they're byes or wides or it caught a piece of something on the way through. Sammy on the charge. Bang, caught that. That's as good a stroke as we've seen in this innings.
Yeah, I love a counter-attack too, and Sammy is trying so hard. This is a powerful stroke. He used his feet.
But again, the wickets were all too easy.
Oh, that's popped up and out.
The final 2 added just 5 more. Mackay grabbed a third before Starc completed the rout.
There it is. 5 wickets for Mitchell Starc.
No, I wouldn't have thought so. Not with the batting lineup they have, but I thought Mitchell Starc bowled superbly today, had the ball swinging, and along with Clint Mackay, they were exceptional in the first 10 overs. So, yeah, I thought they were really good.
And I guess length was key for your bowlers to keep the pressure on and keep it up there in the drivable area.
Yeah, definitely. I thought the lengths were pretty good today. After probably the first or second over, we really adapted and we bowled a little bit fuller than normal, and we ended up knocking him over for a pretty low score. What
about this day you're having, mate? You got given that nice new green cap by the legend Dennis Lilly. How was that?
Yeah, DK is one of the greats, isn't he? So it was an honour to get presented my cap by him, and it's something I'll never forget.
And the son of a former first-class cricketer, Peter, what's he like as a dad, mate?
Yeah, he's very supportive of my cricket and what I do in life. So, yeah, he's been a big fan, and I thank him a lot.
Ably supported by Mackay and Faulkner, but this is how it all started. The massive wicket of Gale, and it was a beautiful catch by Aaron Finch.
Yeah, at that stage you thought it was going to first slip, but Finch moved perfectly. He thought, no, I can get there, I'll take it, and he took it very nicely. And that's Powell, another opener who was going along quite nicely. That was when Stark started to get the ball to really hoop. And as you'd expect, a lot of these wickets are either bowled, Sarwan, straight through the gate. How do you handle that sort of swing? That was the question. He's a batsman who plays it late. I thought he'd have a chance out there, but so early to get a ball like that is very hard to counter. Inside edge, caught that bad. Good captaincy to have him in there, JB.
Was. He read the game beautifully. Did pump, and again you can see it wouldn't have been a dismissal unless he had the conviction of putting someone under the helmet. It was the perfect place to have a fieldsman.
Good catch. Just went a bit quicker to him than he thought, and he rode it nicely. And then Kieron Pollard might have been LBW first ball, wasn't, got away with it. And then the bat away from the body, and he paid the price the next ball. Devon Thomas, a little fend to slip. That could have been the catching they do in the morning. So simple was it for Michael Clarke. Darren Sammy next. Look at this. He just started to play a good stroke or two and then made the mistake. Trying to use a straight bat to work the ball on the leg side square. Cost him. A little thin edge. Sunny on the right. He played and missed it 5 in a row that over and nicked the last one. And in the end, the greatest sight there is for a fast bowler.
Sent in to open, Maxwell made intentions clear.
Down he comes. Look at this. Afterwards, he comes again. This one is in even better.
8.
Oh, he backs away. This is a risky bit, but he gets away with it. Almost 6. Oh, that is long, flat and fast.
And he's claiming it.
So it's got to be outside off, and it is. And finally, a cut shot's played with great power. Cannot settle. There, that's edged. Now they've got one. The umpire says it's not edged. So the review is on.
I'm not convinced looking at that.
But there is something there. Remember, it's a very hot day, so the bat's hot. So there is something about 1/3 along the bat. It's in the right spot. There was a mark, but whether the umpire will deem that definitive is another thing. Like you're sheepishly at the umpire at the moment, you are out. He doesn't like it, so it certainly wasn't a massive, thickish edge.
That's what Snicko says. As we said a moment ago, big noise there. Yes.
Yeah, and the glove hit. The contact with the gloves might have just taken some pace off it for the keeper too. Just over. What's Maxwell got up his sleeve? It's a smash over left field for 4.
And that's the 50 up for Australia. Great entertainment here from Glenn Maxwell.
Point is back, so Khawaja backs away. Smashes a 4 as well. Not perfectly timed. The chase is on, but it's unsuccessful.
Again.
Oh, he's flat batted it. It's gone over cover. 2 bounces, 4.
It's the end.
It's close to. That'll be 50 as well. Unbelievable stuff from Maxwell.
18 off the first over, and the Aussies were in a canter. He relished every shot in an innings of class, hitting 50 off 33 balls, and Australia to victory in 9.2 overs.
Well, I think what Michael Clarke did by sending him in to open the batting was trying not just get a win over the West Indies, but get a demoralising win so that you set them back for the rest of the series.
Not really. I suppose I've made a lot of mistakes, and it's taken a lot of practice in the nets for me to sort of pull off that shot. So I knew he was going to bowl something pretty full and pretty straight, so gave it a crack and it came off.
Yeah, well, it certainly did. What a fantastic way to demoralise an opponent. It was always going to be a tough weekend this for the West Indies in these conditions, and it's not made much easier by that loss.
Exactly right, especially coming from the Canberra game. There was completely different conditions out there. The bounce is quite extreme, and the ball was doing quite a bit, and Starkey was bowling absolutely magnificent at the start, swinging the ball around, and that's really hard bowling to face, especially when you've come from Canberra as well.
Yeah, it's nice when things get together and we get a bit of a roll on, and we knew if we got enough balls in the right area, we'd hopefully take a few early, but seemed to keep going, so it was nice to bowl them out nice and cheap.
You bowled with a real rhythm. You just sort of bounded in and the ball came out from the wrist beautifully.
Yeah, it's nice when the ball swings. Try and stay nice and smooth, and that's probably when I generate enough pace as well. So as long as I can stay nice and natural and then get that ball swinging, I'm pretty happy.
That looked like the kind of rhythm he had that famous afternoon in Hobart.
Yeah, felt nice. If I can recreate that every time I bowl, I'll be pretty happy.
Is there any kind of secret to finding it?
Yeah, I think I just got to make sure I don't run in too fast. I think if I can maintain a nice natural smoothness, and probably more balanced at the crease and generate enough pace and hopefully swing as well.
Quite a lively pitch.
Yeah, I'll take that one with me every day if I could. Enough in it, like we said before, but we knew if we put enough balls in the right area, we're going to do enough off the deck.
How about that laid-in swinger to Ramnaresh Sarwan?
I'd be happy to take that every ball, every over.
Not at all, Mark. Yeah, they hit us hard, so we now got to hit them even harder in the next game. It's going to be a tough class, but we got to pick ourselves up and just see it as just this one-off. And we saw a lot. We learned a lot from the wicket today, and we just have to adjust quickly.
Mark, it's nice to be on the other side. I guess in Brisbane we were the team that didn't make as many runs as we would have liked, batting first in tough conditions. So it's nice to see our bowlers execute. Mitchell Starc was outstanding today, but I thought the other guys did a really good job as well, and Glenn Maxwell topped it off this afternoon.